Thank you for your gracious welcome, and thank you all for coming. This is a very exciting moment for me, and I hope a very important day for Southampton's future. I am today kicking off my campaign for supervisor of the town of Southampton, and I'm being joined by public officials whom I respect, community leaders, friends, and most important of all to me, my sons. And I'd like to ask all my campaign teammates to come up and join me. Please, all of you, including our very respected judge candidates. Because this is about a unity ticket. I live in this town, I work in this town, and I raise my children in this town. I know and I live the struggles of so many of the wonderful families that call this place community and home. My work and my campaign are about, and my administration will be about, competency, communication, cooperation, and consistency, and with transparency and integrity throughout. I will offer leadership that is constructive and productive. I pledge a government of real action, not empty words. I offer a culture of cooperation to replace a culture of conflict and confrontation. I will deliver leadership that is proactive, not reactive. And I will bring people together, not drive them apart. Simply put, I will govern, not play at politics. My stellar running mates, we offer personal values, professional experience, and vision for Southampton's future. And this will serve as a welcome change from the aimless and unproductive foundering and bickering that has marked town government for far too long. Together we bring something entirely new to the town of Southampton. We bring a true unity ticket. Democrats, independents, Republicans, and yes, a blank. And together we represent and want to serve for all the important values and reasons I just outlined, not for the politicking and inexperience that has strained this town for too long. These are difficult times that more than ever call for well-crafted, inclusive decisions, along with careful and comprehensive strategic planning. Our town is dealing with a relentless recession, financial mismanagement at Town Hall, and the absence of the skills and leadership Southampton so desperately needs. Let's get specific. My priorities are these. 1, I will continue the important work I've already started, bringing reform to the town's financial management and systems and controls. I assure you, this town will never again see a financial mess as the one we are dealing with today. The sort of reform I'm talking about will put the safeguards in place to ensure the transparency and the necessary systems, making that a simple reality. It will bring prudence, planning, and control to the management of the taxpayers' money. We cannot control taxes or meet our fiduciary responsibility to our residents with inexperience, incompetence, and chaos. In other words, we cannot expect change if we don't bring change. 2, I will change the relationship between Southampton's elected officials and the people we serve. Government officials must be public servants, not power brokers. We must bring our diverse communities and interests together as partners in shared vision, problem solving, and governance. Too often our politicians have played one interest against the other, producing conflict instead of consensus. There's a better way, and I've built a career on that better way, bringing a culture of mutual respect, inclusiveness wherever I have worked. And it will be no different, although new to Town Hall. And this I promise. 3, Southampton needs strategic planning. Strategic planning may sound lofty and wonkish, but it's effective in its simplicity, and it will give us an important roadmap to the future. We cannot continue to stumble from crisis to crisis. Sound planning and visioning is the opposite of past and current short-sighted decision-making. It's what every successful, well-managed business and municipality develops and works from. And it has been sorely missing in Southampton. It's about maximizing while economizing. It disciplines us to look 3, 5, and more years down the road and ask ourselves, what do we want and need our town to look like? We must agree together on where we're headed and the kind of place we want our community to be now and in the future and how we're going to get there. So we need to come together and look at how do we bring spending and costs to a reasonable level without compromising services and without putting hard-working, good people out of work? What economic development do we need and want in the town of Southampton? What jobs do we need to create? The kind of jobs our youth can build a career on, be it green technology or needed services, and how do we make sure our small business owners thrive? How are we going to more effectively plan and develop the housing and infrastructure we need? And how are we going to better preserve and safeguard the land, the farms, the places of beauty, and this environment that we all cherish? We need to work with the CSCA, the PBA, and the labor leaders on all levels to find ways to work through this economic downturn together. And with the shared sense that when we suffer together, and when we prosper together, and all throughout it, we work together. We need to bring in the many talented, experienced, and smart people that live in this community who can and want to play an important role in bringing our community forward. We need to form task forces to better address the many issues that can and should be given that sense of importance. And we need to make sure the people of Southampton have the quality of life and safety they deserve in every neighborhood. All of this takes vision, hard work, and reaching out across aisles. It takes working with many levels of community and government. And it takes someone who both recognizes the importance of and knows how to surround herself with tried and true skilled professionals. In other words, the kind of work ethic I've prided myself on as a town board member. These are the touchstones of fair and open government, and they will be essential to the reform Southampton so desperately needs. I will offer cooperative, inclusive town government. I will offer fair and equitable home taxes while continuing to work with our state leaders on reasonable and fairer school taxes, as well as finding ways to mitigate the burden on those who simply can't carry them. I will continue my work and dedication to finding housing solutions for our teachers, nurses, cops, first responders and veterans, our hardworking families, and for our next generation. In adversity, there is also opportunity. Times may be tough, but it gives us the chance to take a good hard look at what we can and should do differently and better. Together with the people of Southampton, regardless of party affiliation or lack thereof, we begin today a new and promising direction for Southampton's future. Our country has demonstrated that it needs and wants change, and Southampton badly needs that same change too. And it is change that today, with all of these wonderful, caring, dedicated people standing here with me, we will together deliver. Today we begin the rebuilding and new future of the town of Southampton. And I stand here before you, ready to lead that charge. Thank you.